미안하다. 깜빡했다, 셀카.
What if the silence that had lasted for months was never about distance, but about a promise that someone could no longer keep? What if one unexpected confession was enough to shake millions of hearts around the world? And what if the truth everyone had been waiting for turned out to be far more emotional than anyone had imagined? Before we begin, if you enjoy fictional BTS-inspired stories filled with mystery, emotion, and unexpected twists, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comments. What would you do if you were in Jungkook's position? Let us know after the story. Jungkook had remained silent. That silence slowly became louder than any interview, performance, or live stream. Inside his apartment, he stood alone by the window, watching raindrops slide down the glass. His phone buzzed constantly with notifications, but he ignored every single one. Headlines, fan theories, edited videos, emotional posts, they all blended into one endless wave of speculation. He closed his eyes. "I never wanted it to become like this," he whispered. Across the city, Taehyung was sitting in his own studio, surrounded by unfinished paintings. Soft jazz echoed through the room while a half-finished canvas stood before him. Instead of painting, he simply stared at the blank spaces, lost in thoughts that refused to disappear. Months earlier, the two had laughed together during rehearsals. Their conversations had been effortless. Their friendship had seemed unbreakable. Now, everything felt different. Not because of anger. Not because of betrayal. But because silence had built invisible walls between them. Neither of them knew how to tear those walls down. The internet, however, had no patience for silence. Every hour brought new theories. Some fans believed there had been conflict. Others blamed the pressure surrounding global fame. A few insisted mysterious decisions inside the company had created misunderstandings. None of those theories had ever been confirmed. Still, they spread faster than the truth. Jungkook hated reading them. Not because they mentioned him. Because they mentioned Taehyung. Every rumor felt like another weight placed on someone he deeply cared about. One evening, Jungkook finally received a message. It contained only 6 words. "We need to talk. Tonight." No name. No explanation. Yet he instantly knew who had sent it. The cafe they had chosen sat quietly near the Han River. It was almost empty by the time Jungkook arrived. Wearing a simple hoodie and cap, he entered through the back door. Taehyung was already there. For several seconds neither of them spoke. The silence felt heavier than either of them expected. Finally Taehyung smiled. A small smile. The kind someone gives when trying to hide exhaustion. "You came. You asked me to." Another pause. "I've been reading everything." "So have I. They're saying terrible things." "I know. They're blaming you." Taehyung looked down at his coffee. "I stopped trying to explain." Jungkook frowned. "Why?" "Because sometimes the louder you defend yourself, the less people listen." Those words remained hanging between them. Jungkook realized how tired Taehyung looked. Not physically. Emotionally. For the first time in months, he saw the weight his friend had been carrying. "I should have said something earlier," Jungkook admitted quietly. Taehyung shook his head. "You stayed silent because you wanted to protect everyone." "Maybe. But silence can hurt too." Jungkook looked out the cafe window. Cars passed slowly beneath the rain. "I thought if I waited, everything would calm down." "It didn't." "No. It only became louder." They laughed softly. A bittersweet laugh. Not because anything was funny. Because they both understood how impossible everything had become. Outside, unknown to them, someone had taken a blurry photograph through the window. Within minutes, the image appeared online. No caption, no explanation. Just two silhouettes sitting across from one another. The internet exploded. Millions of comments flooded every platform. Some celebrated. Others questioned. Many wondered whether this meeting would finally end months of speculation. Inside the cafe, neither of them had checked their phones. Instead, Taehyung reached into his bag. He placed a small notebook on the table. "I've been writing." Jungkook opened it carefully. It wasn't lyrics. It wasn't a diary. It was page after page of unfinished letters. Letters never sent. Some began with simple greetings. Others started with apologies. Every single one ended unfinished. Jungkook looked up. "You never sent these?" "I didn't know if I should." "Why?" "I was afraid my words would become another headline." Jungkook slowly turned another page. One sentence immediately caught his attention. "Some friendships become stronger after silence, if both people are brave enough to speak again." He smiled. "You wrote this?" Taehyung nodded. "I wasn't sure if it was true." Jungkook closed the notebook. "It is." For the first time that evening, the atmosphere felt lighter. Not because every problem had disappeared. Because hope had finally entered the room. Hours later, Jungkook returned home. His manager called immediately. "You've seen the internet?" "No." "The cafe photo is everywhere." Jungkook sighed. "I expected that. They're demanding answers." He looked once more toward the rain outside. Maybe the time for silence really had ended. The following morning, Jungkook sat in front of a camera. No fancy studio. No dramatic lighting. Just a quiet room. He pressed record. For several seconds, he simply looked into the lens. Millions would eventually watch those few silent moments. Then he smiled. "I've been quiet for a long time." His voice sounded calm. "I know many people have been wondering why." He paused. "I won't discuss private conversations." Another pause. "But I will say this." He took a deep breath. "Please don't let rumors decide what you believe about people you care about." Comments immediately began appearing beneath the live stream. Army from every continent listened carefully. "I've seen many assumptions. I've seen people choosing sides. I've seen people hurting each other." He shook his head. "That's never what we wanted." His expression softened. "Friendship isn't measured by how often people see us together. It's measured by trust. And trust sometimes grows quietly." Fans watched in complete silence. Many expected dramatic revelations. Others expected shocking accusations. Instead, they heard compassion. "I hope everyone remembers that we're human. We make mistakes. We become busy. We grow. But kindness should always come first." His words spread across social media within minutes. Instead of fueling more arguments, many fans began sharing messages encouraging understanding instead. Later that afternoon, Taehyung watched the recording alone. When it ended, he smiled. A genuine smile this time. He picked up his phone. One message. "Thank you." Seconds later, Jungkook replied, "Let's stop letting silence speak for us." Outside, the rain had finally stopped. Sunlight slowly broke through the clouds. Neither of them knew what tomorrow would bring. More rumors. More headlines. More expectations. But one thing had changed. They had finally spoken. And sometimes, one honest conversation is enough to remind the world that understanding will always be stronger than speculation. The morning after Jungkook's heartfelt message, Seoul seemed to awaken beneath an unusually bright sky. Yet the calm weather stood in sharp contrast to the storm unfolding across social media. Millions of notifications continued to pour in. Fans replayed every second of his video, slowing down his expressions, analyzing every pause, and debating the meaning behind every sentence. Some believed his words were simply an appeal for kindness. Others wondered whether there had been an untold story hidden beneath his calm tone. Neither Jungkook nor Taehyung expected the internet to quiet down overnight. They knew better than anyone that silence could spark speculation just as easily as words could. What they did not expect was how quickly compassion would begin to replace conflict. Across fan communities around the world, countless messages encouraged people to stop assuming the worst. Many wrote that friendship could exist even when cameras were not present. Others reflected on how difficult life must be under constant public attention. The atmosphere slowly shifted from accusation to empathy. Jungkook sat in his studio with a guitar resting across his lap. Sunlight filtered through the curtains, illuminating sheets of unfinished lyrics scattered across the floor. Music had always been his refuge. Whenever emotions became too complicated to explain, melodies spoke where words could not. He gently strummed a few chords before stopping. His phone vibrated. A message from Taehyung. "Coffee?" Jungkook smiled. "Only if you choose the cafe this time." "Deal." An hour later, they met at a quiet cafe tucked away from the busy streets. It was smaller than the previous one, with shelves lined with books and soft instrumental music filling the room. The owner recognized them but politely kept a respectful distance. For the first time in months, the conversation felt natural. They laughed about old rehearsals. They remembered forgotten jokes. They talked about paintings, music, traveling, and dreams that had nothing to do with headlines. It almost felt as though time itself had paused. Taehyung glanced out the window. "Do you ever miss being unknown?" Jungkook leaned back in his chair. "Sometimes. The freedom to make mistakes without the whole world watching." Taehyung nodded. "I understand." Another quiet moment passed. Not an uncomfortable silence. The comfortable kind shared between people who no longer needed to explain everything. "I've learned something," Jungkook finally said. "What?" "No matter how many people think they know us, only the people sitting at this table know this conversation." Taehyung smiled. "And that's enough." Elsewhere in Seoul, preparations were underway for a charity event that several artists had quietly agreed to support. The organizers hoped to keep the guest list confidential until the final moment. Unfortunately, confidentiality rarely survived the internet. Rumors began circulating that Jungkook and Taehyung might appear together. Within hours, excitement spread across fan communities worldwide. Would this be their first public appearance together in months? No one knew. Even the organizers refused to comment. The day of the event arrived beneath clear blue skies. Backstage, artists greeted one another warmly while volunteers rushed between dressing rooms carrying schedules and equipment. Jungkook adjusted his jacket. His manager approached. "Are you ready?" "As ready as anyone can be. You know people will be watching." "They always are." Across the hallway, Taehyung quietly admired a collection of children's artwork displayed along the walls. Every drawing represented hope, imagination, and resilience. One colorful picture caught his attention. It showed two people standing beneath the same umbrella during heavy rain. Above them, a child had written, "Friends don't stop being friends because the weather changes." Taehyung stared at the drawing for several seconds. Something about its innocence touched him deeply. Jungkook walked over. Instead of answering, Taehyung simply pointed toward the picture. Jungkook smiled. "I like that." "So do I." Minutes later, they stepped onto the stage. The audience erupted into applause. Camera flashes filled the hall. For a brief moment, the noise became overwhelming. Then something unexpected happened. Instead of focusing on rumors or speculation, the event centered entirely on the children the fundraiser was supporting. Jungkook spoke about hope. Taehyung spoke about creativity. Together, they encouraged young people to dream without fear. When the event ended, journalists naturally wanted answers. Microphones stretched toward them from every direction. Can you comment on recent rumors? What message do you have for fans? Has your friendship changed? Jungkook exchanged a brief glance with Taehyung. Then he answered calmly. Our friendship doesn't belong to headlines. Taehyung nodded. It belongs to us. Neither of them elaborated further. Instead, they thanked everyone for supporting the charity and quietly walked away. Their response surprised many reporters. It wasn't dramatic. It wasn't controversial. It simply refused to feed speculation. That evening, countless fans praised the maturity of their words. Others admitted they had spent too much time believing rumors without evidence. The conversation online gradually became less about conflict and more about respect. Later that night, Jungkook received another message from Taehyung. Do you think things will ever be completely normal again? Jungkook thought carefully before replying. Maybe not. Several minutes passed before another message appeared. Does that bother you? Jungkook looked toward the city lights outside his window. For years, those lights had witnessed unforgettable concerts, unforgettable memories, and unforgettable challenges. Finally, he typed. Normal changes. But genuine people stay genuine. Taehyung read the message and quietly smiled. Outside his apartment, the evening breeze carried the scent of summer rain. He picked up his paintbrush for the first time in weeks. Instead of leaving another canvas unfinished, he began painting. Slowly. Carefully. The first strokes formed two figures standing beneath the same umbrella. Not because they feared the rain, but because they chose to face it together. Neither of them knew what tomorrow's headlines would say. Neither of them could control the endless conversations happening online. But they had rediscovered something more important than public approval. Trust. And sometimes, trust begins not with a grand announcement, but with a quiet cup of coffee, an honest conversation, and the courage to believe in each other even when the world keeps asking impossible questions. Disclaimer: this is a fictional story created for entertainment purposes only. It is not based on real events and does not represent the real actions, statements, or relationships of Jungkook, Taehyung, HYB, or any other real person or organization.